Hello, this tutorial is for the Pink Pearl Cap by Chandi from Expression Fiber Arts. Specifically, there is this stitch that is required for row 2. So you can see here row 2 says chain 3, double crochet in the same stitch, and then 2 double crochet together, 2 double crochet 2 together in each stitch around. And that can be kind of confusing because double crochet 2 together is typically a decreased stitch that's worked in it's worked over multiple stitches. So I have a couple of samples here to help you guys kind of visualize the difference between what you would normally do and what we're doing in this pattern. So my first sample is how you would normally work the decreased stitch of a double crochet 2 together. So I have my disc, my center disc that has the chain 4 and then 11 double crochets, and then I slip stitched, and then I began doing a typical double crochet 2 together starting around where you would work the stitch by doing a yarn over, inserting the hook into the next stitch, yarn over and pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, then yarn over into the next stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 3. So if I do that a couple more times, working that double crochet 2 together as a typical decreased stitch, let me do this right here, you can begin to see what happens to our flat disc. It won't stay flat. It wants to curve around to the side. And what you will end up, if you do a typical double crochet 2 together, you will end up making the world's smallest hat. So you can see it's a cute little hat. But that's not what we want. So we're not going to do a typical decrease stitch. We're actually doing an increase stitch. And the reason that it's written as a double crochet 2 together is it does something really neat. So we want it to look like this disc where we have our essentially 12 stitches in the middle. We have the chain that makes essentially 1 double crochet and then 11 more double crochets around. When we make the second row, we want this dense fabric, this nice dense, looks like a bunch of double crochets clustered together. But the number of stitches we need to work in row 3 is significantly less than the number of double crochets that we have around. And so that's why we're working the stitch this way, calling it a double crochet 2 together, but working it a little bit differently than we normally would. So I have my sample, and I'm going to work through this really slowly just so that you can see each stitch as I go. So I've already done the chain 3 up, and then it also says to do a double crochet in the same stitch. So I'm actually going to do it in the same stitch that my chain is coming through. And then I'm ready to begin. So I'm going to be working, here's my chain and my double crochet, I'm going to be working in this stitch directly to the left. I'm going to do a yarn over and insert my hook through the stitch, yarn over and pull through. I have 3 loops on my hook, and then yarn over and pull through 2 loops on my hook. Now I'm going to yarn over, and a typical double crochet 2 together would then work into the next stitch, but we're not working in that stitch. We're working in just this first stitch. So we're going to go back through, yarn over and pull through. So now I have 4 loops on my hook, pull through 2. I'm sorry, I didn't say yarn over. Yarn over and pull through 2. Now you have 3, and then yarn over and pull through all 3. And that will complete 1 double crochet 2 together. So you can see it looks like 2 posts right here, but then if I turn my work so I'm looking at the edge stitch, those 2 what look like double crochet posts create 1 chain stitch on top. Okay, so The second step of this is that we're working 2 of these in each stitch. So I'm still going to be working in this first stitch. I'm going to yarn over, insert it through the first stitch again, yarn over and pull through, 3 loops, yarn over and pull through 2, 2 loops, yarn over, back through that first stitch again, yarn over and pull through. Now I have 4. I'm going to yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 3. And now that completes my first stitch only, 1 out of the other 12 that are, or the other 11. So I've done 1 of 12 around. And it looks like I have 4 posts, and from the top or the edge of the circle it will look like 2 chain stitches. So I'm going to do my second stitch now. I've finished stitch 1, I've done 2 double crochet 2 together in that stitch, so I'm going to do 2 in my second stitch now. So I'm going to yarn over, hook goes through the second stitch, yarn over and pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, back through the second stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 3, and that's 1 double crochet 2 together completed. I need to do another one in the second stitch. So yarn over, insert through the second stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, back through the second stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, and then yarn over, pull through 3. Alright, so at this point I have my chain and my double crochet. Then I have 2 double crochet 2 together stitches in the first stitch and 2 in the second stitch. So I've done that twice in each stitch, so we'll do the third stitch now. So I'm going to yarn over, through the third stitch, yarn over, pull through, and I'm going to yarn over and pull through 2 loops. Yarn over, back through the third stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, and yarn over, pull through 3 loops. 1 double crochet 2 together completed for the third stitch. Yarn over, back through the third stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 stitches, or 2 loops, yarn over, back through the third stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 3 loops. I'm going to do that one more time for our 4th stitch, just to kind of give us an idea of the pattern, or the texture that it's going to make. So yarn over into the 4th stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, back through the 4th stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 3 loops. And again, that's the first one created, so I'm going to create 1 more double crochet 2 together in this stitch. Yarn over through the stitch, yarn over and pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, back through the stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over through 2 loop, pull through 2 loops, and then yarn over and pull through 3 loops. So pull that out a little bit and just show you what we have so far. So if we come back to the beginning, I have my chain and my double crochet. In my first stitch, I have what looks like 4 double crochet posts. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me see if I can get that really separated out between those 2 stitches. Okay, but if I turn and look at the top edge or the side edge, whichever you want to call it. So my flat disc looks like 4 posts. The top looks like 2 chains. Same thing if I move over to the next stitch. I should have what looks like 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 posts. So let me get my hook here so I can just kind of delineate that out for you. So this area right here, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 posts. If I grab that fabric and turn it, it looks like 2 chains on the top, and that's what you're going for. That's why we're doing this particular stitch in this row, is because we want the dents. Again, I'll show you the fabric. you want this dense, what looks like a bunch of double crochets clustered together. But we need many, much fewer, we need fewer stitches to work row 3. So to get the number of stitches we need on the top, or this edge, to work row 3 and still get this textured fabric here, that's how we work that, is to kind of modify the double crochet 2 together into a stitch that creates the dense fabric in each stitch, but fewer stitches to work into for the next row. I hope that helps. Thanks so much.